Dub music is a subgenre of reggae that started in Jamaica in the late 1960s. Dub consists of stripped down instrumental tracks known as versions. These versions are manipulated and reshaped using various effects, particularly echoes and delays, with vocals dropping in and out of the mix.
Only got into dub music as a result of, I suppose it's just a love of music, generally. Reggae's always been my thing, and reggae is like the foundation of dub music, so it's only natural.
Basically, from going to school, growing up in the 70s and like early 80s, dub music and reggae music was very popular at the time, around these sort of areas like Hackney and London. So basically, that's how I really got into it.
I mean, I'm old school, man. I've kind of always been around it, really. Different genre of music as life goes by, but I've always been around the roots of music thing, so I've always been involved in it at some kind of level. So it's been a long time being around it.
Myself, I was born into sound system through my father and stuff, and just pursued it ever since, you know what I mean? It's just been one of my greatest passions, really.
Influences, it has to be the dub pioneer himself, King Tubby's,
The main one has got to be King Tubby's, really.
Dub music was created by Osborne Roddock, also known as King Tubby, who was working as a disc cutter at Treasure House Studios.
Because King Tubby's stumbled upon dub through experimenting, so yeah, we like that.
For dub music, he was like the top man. You couldn't really beat him, King Tubby's, jamming, scientist. That was the studio for me. The best sound.
King Tubby's, Scientists, Mad Professor, certain other people like that.
Dennis Brown, Bob Marley, obviously. Burning Spirit, too many people. Dennis Brown is really, I have to repeat the man's name. Dennis Brown really is very inspirational. Not just his voice, the whole thing behind it, his spirit, his soul, you can feel it come through.
The label was probably conceived years ago, but it actually manifested with the first release in 1997.
1989. 21 years ago, I think it is. 21 years, something like that. Yeah, long time ago.
He's coming, yes, he's coming, yeah, he's coming. Children, beware, the Lord is coming.
If you want to be precise, about 12. I remember the time. It was drumming on the ironing board. First it started with the drums first, the beat, aside from there. It's a real story, real. On the ironing board with 2 combs. You started from there really still. I like this music. But before that, I didn't go back even further than that and say when I first saw Bob Marley's Natty Dread album. I remember that clearly, distinctively, like yesterday. My brother came home from the market with that Petticoat Lane. And when I saw the image of Bob, I was not to the age anyway, but I was a young man at the time, and I saw the image. And I didn't know really much, I mean, I was a young youth, but it was powerful enough and it would stay with me. So it don't surprise me, I come round, I'm still doing this to this day.
I actually started in my house, so I started a little studio, basically in my house. But the first time I played a tune really was with Nick Manasseh, and it was like in his little bedroom. We had a little 4-track, and yeah, just started making music on a 4-track, and it sounded good. And decided just to press it and see what happens.
Sound systems consisting of powerful speakers, a DJ and a selector are an integral part of the dub scene.
Sound systems like Shaka, Tubby's and Tebby, certain sound systems that are just stuck to the roots in the dub for all these years. You just follow them over the years and it just keeps drawing you in, bringing you in kind of thing.
From the onset of reggae, the sound systems have been the great advertiser for the music. Without the sound system, the music don't get popular, the music don't get known. Producers cannot test the rhythms they've made. Musicians cannot see what impact their chords they play have on people out there.
Very important really, because most of the tunes we make doesn't really get played on the radio too much. Sound system is like a vehicle, that plays it and lets everybody hear it. The whole thing really centres around sound system. The whole dub thing is like, it's part of the thing. Sound system, dub music, all goes together.
The internet has affected the music scene positively, but has also had a negative effect by making it easy to download music illegally.
There's more connectivity around the world, You can advertise something in seconds. So the internet is a blessing that way.
It's affected very good in one way, but in the other way, when people download these tunes for free, it's not so good. But for promotion and getting your music out there and for people to listen to it, it's fantastic.
The only downside of it is the culture of file sharing. The culture of file sharing is bringing up generations who don't know about acquiring music legally, because it's just also easy to share files, you know.
And we need people to buy the music instead of like just downloading it for free. You know, that's I think one of the main problems with music now, is that a lot of people are making it, but there's no real reward financially. And even though we love doing music and it's great, we still have to have some sort of financial backing to enable us to live bills and whatever. So, you know, that's what I wish, a bit more sales.
It won't go mainstream because the same thing, no big companies don't want to pick it up. Yeah, if you use dub in like jungle or dubstep or something like that, the mainstream will pick it up because it's a money maker for them.
I've been doing it for 20 years, and really, it's got bigger, but it's never been that popular. You know, it's never been like in fashion, as it were, like dubstep is now, like jungle was, like two-step or garage or any of them kind of dancey things. You got dubstep, you got jungle, all these genres have crossed over to Radio 1, but not dub. I really don't know why.
The roots music has always been a suffrage music, licking out against injustice, you know, unjust governments, you know, stuff like that. So it's a rebel music.
You know, with the dub and the roots, it's got such a spiritual aspect to it as well.
Yeah.
Most of the major companies don't really want to take up that side of it. You see what I'm saying? Because it can be very political, very spiritual. Do you see what I'm saying? It can be an eye-opener for a lot of people.
Some people
do you know what I
rebel
mean?
music.
And rebel music.
They want to call it that.
I'm saying, like a rebel culture kind of thing. And it's like, you know, the mainstream don't really want to take that up. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't see no money in it, so it's not for them.
So as long as roots music is based on reality, lyrically, the powers that be, meaning the major labels of the world, because they've got a choke on what's promoted, what gets big and what doesn't get big. As far as they're concerned, they want the gist of most music to be just party and have a good time. They can't take reality, they can't take rebellion. So roots music is here for that.
I find as well that with the dub and the roots music, it's got, you know, much more of a positive message. It's not about killing and, you know, singing about people's mums and all this kind of stuff, do you know what I'm saying? It's a positive thing, do you know what I'm saying?
So as long as roots music stays on them realms, it'll never go out of vogue. The world will always need it. The world always needs love. The world needs uplifting and the rest of it. Yeah, and roots music brings that.
Believe me, he's coming. Watch out, he's coming. Children of the Most High.